with another addition to the WWE ID roster and more. This is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Asked about her feelings towards TNA Wrestling, Awesome Kong told Victoire, "TNA for me, it's like family. When you're there, you're family, so always will come back to TNA or do something for TNA because I came into my own at TNA." During that same interview, Awesome Kong talked about her run in AEW, saying, "At the beginning of 2019, right from the jump, whenever AEW started, like for real, I was there, okay? I had to leave for a little bit to go shoot Glow, and then while we were shooting Glow, the pandemic happened, and because of certain ailments that I have, I could not travel, and God bless them. They paid me way longer than I thought they would or should. God bless them forever. And we just parted ways because I couldn't come back, and why keep paying someone? We parted amicably, seriously, and they paid me way longer than I would have paid somebody who's just not coming in a job. I'm just saying, so yeah." In an update on the divorce between former WWE star Nikki Bella and Artem Chigvintsev, Ringside News wrote that the pro wrestling world was shocked when the seemingly happy marriage between Nikki Bella and Artem Chigvintsev blew up in scandalous headlines. Artem was arrested and this controversy went very public. Now he claims that those false allegations has cost him $100,000. On August 29th, 2024, Artem Chigvintsev was arrested and booked into Napa County Jail on a felony domestic violence charge involving an alleged injury to Nikki. Nikki has chosen not to discuss the incident publicly, with a representative describing it as a private matter. Almost 2 weeks after his arrest on September 11th, 2024, Nikki filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences and requesting legal and physical custody of Mateo while allowing Chigvintsev visitation rights. On September 24th, Napa County District Attorney Allison Haley announced that her office would not file charges against Chigvintsev. Haley stated, "The decision to not file charges against Mr. Chigvintsev was made after a thorough review of the criminal investigation and careful evaluation of the evidence presented." She added that there wasn't sufficient evidence to prove that Artem caused harm. Meanwhile, some Napa residents expressed support for Artem, noting they felt safe and that he faced undue bias due to the arrest. During the divorce proceedings, Nikki Bella sought full custody of Mateo and requested that Artem have supervised visitations along with anger management classes. However, a Napa County judge ruled that the parents would share joint custody of Mateo, a decision aligned with Artem's initial request. US Weekly has reported that Artem Chigvintsev has claimed his arrest affected his income and career. After the mugshot and the arrest based on her false allegations, I was taken off the website faculty list, resulting in a loss of over $100,000 in income, he stated in a court document. He also noted that his removal from the Dancing with the Stars roster impacted his earnings. Chigvintsev alleged that Nikki's actions impacted his social media revenue as well, claiming she continues to benefit from social media promotion as she was more worried about her career when she lied to the police than mine. He went on to deny any aggression toward Nikki, saying she is the one with the temper. It is further a lie that I was growing increasingly angry, snapping at her and yelling. I was not violent with her. Nikki Bella has asserted that Artem was the aggressor in their relationship. Following his arrest, she filed for a temporary domestic violence restraining order to protect herself and their son. Her rep stated Nikki's #1 priority has always been the well-being of her son. She continues to ask for privacy for her and her family during this difficult time. Nikki Bella started dating her Dancing with the Stars partner, Artem Chigvintsev, in January 2019. The couple got engaged a year later on January 3rd, 2020. On July 31st, 2020, they welcomed their first child, a son named Mateo. They later married on August 26th, 2022. We will keep an eye on this story for more updates as they are made available. Speaking about his relationship with his wife and AEW announcer Renee Paquette, Jon Moxley said this to Authority magazine: "I've been fortunate enough to learn from a diverse array of the best minds in the business. However, if I had to give out an MVP trophy for the profound difference maker in my life, it would unquestionably go to my wife, Renee Paquette, hands down. I might very well be dead had our paths never crossed. I was lucky enough to meet her right as I was starting to realize some material success. Now I had something actually valuable. I had this person. As it was, I still almost destroyed my entire life. So thankfully, she's been here to be the linchpin holding the whole damn thing together." Sharing his thoughts on the WWE departure of Indi Hartwell, Johnny Gargano told Metro, "Obviously, everybody knows what Indi means to me and Candice. We absolutely love and we absolutely believe in her. We still do believe that she's so incredibly young. I think she's got a lot to offer the wrestling world, and I am very excited to see what she shows the wrestling world. I think she's got untapped personality, untapped potential. I think when she's able to finally show that to the world, people are gonna latch on. It worked out for me and Candice. Hopefully she ends up back here, but you never know." With many speculating that Donald Trump as president could pardon Vince McMahon, Jim Cornette said this about it on his YouTube channel: "I don't think the pardon will make a lot of difference for Vince, but I don't think it would make a difference from a PR standpoint either, and with Vince's age, you have to wonder what he's going to look like in 3 or 4 years. It may have opened the door slightly, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Certainly not while there are still suits being filed. The federal investigation is still ongoing, and no matter what happens there, Janelle Grant's suit will still go forward, so it'll be a while before he's free of any kind of litigation. I don't think they'd want him on television because they'd worry. What are we going to hear next week? Putting him on TV could backfire for several reasons. I don't think they should do it, and I hope they don't, but if they ever did, people would immediately assume he's back at the top level because no one would think he'd appear on that show if he wasn't involved." Reacting to him being named as a cover star for GQ magazine, The Rock wrote this on X: "Pretty cool and humbling to be this year's first GQ Man of the Year cover star. I sat with Zach Barron for this feature and we talked a lot about how it's hard for me to hide as we sat on the porch at my farm, which is the place I go to step away from the noise. There's no being inconspicuous these days, but after 2 decades of high action, adventure, and comedy and huge movies, we talked about how I'm excited to do something entirely new, Vanish. Zach and I talked about our big upcoming films, Red 1 and Moana 2, and the deep exploration I did with a completely different kind of movie, A24's The Smashing Machine. In August, I invited Zach to my Virginia farm for this GQ magazine video cover story, and we had a good time and some great conversation. I go to my farm to step away from the noise, so Zach and I had an intimate, on-camera conversation that delivers all the depth of a classic GQ print profile, but in video form." Staying on the topic of The Rock, Thirsty for News wrote that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is known for his larger-than-life persona, but recent revelations about his habits on the set of Red 1 have fans buzzing. Back in April, The Wrap reported that Johnson would sometimes be 8 hours late to set and even admitted to relieving himself in water bottles to save time. Now, The Rock is setting the record straight. In an interview with GQ via Variety, Johnson confirmed some of the reports but clarified a few details. "Yeah, that happens," Johnson said regarding being late to set, "but not that amount, by the way. That was a banana amount. That's crazy. Ridiculous." Addressing the claim about using bottles, Johnson didn't shy away. "Yeah, that happened," he admitted. "I've said 1,000 times, hey, I'm here, come and ask me and I'll tell you the truth." Co-star Chris Evans, who shares the screen with Johnson in Red 1, was quick to defend him. "In terms of the guy that I saw compared to some of the things I've seen on on other movies with other actors who are not only not conscious of other people's time and efforts, but they're unpredictable, I found Dwayne to be, we all know exactly what he's going to do when he's going to do it, Evans explained. He emphasized that any perceived delays were already factored into the schedule. I wouldn't even call it late. It's part of the plan. Evans also highlighted Johnson's generosity, noting that The Rock gave out a combined $100,000 to various crew members as a thank you gesture. Red 1, starring Johnson and Evans, hits theaters on November 15th. With such a dedicated cast and a bit of quirky honesty from The Rock, fans are sure to be intrigued both on and off the screen. Going over the ratings battle between NXT and AEW Dynamite last week, Ringside News wrote that the ratings battle between WWE, NXT, and AEW Dynamite was eagerly awaited by many fans. In the end, NXT came out on top, surpassing AEW Dynamite by a significant margin. Following this, AEW's internal reaction to the outcome has now been revealed. The November 6th episode of WWE NXT secured 619,000 viewers with a 0.17 in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. On the other hand, the November 6th episode of AEW Dynamite drew only 523,000 viewers with a 0.16 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. Once again, NXT picked up a decisive win over AEW Dynamite, which has become a very common thing now. While speaking on Fightful Select's Q&A podcast, Sean Ross Sapp was asked about AEW's reaction to NXT beating Dynamite in ratings. Sapp noted that AEW is more focused on keeping Warner Bros. Discovery satisfied with their content rather than competing directly with WWE. On the other hand, it was noted that WWE tends to care more about their numbers and media comparisons, including fast national ratings. While WWE pays closer attention to metrics and comparisons, AEW's priority lies in meeting the expectations of their TV partner. Man, I wish I could convey on how much they don't give a Sometimes I will see in WWE, like some media members will have, like, this is the comparable numbers and that stuff, obviously the fast nationals. There is much more care on the WWE side of things, but AEW got their TV deal. They are more worried about satisfying WBD than they are beating WWE. In another addition to the WWE ID roster, Ice Williams would be given a deal by Booker T at Reality of Wrestling.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! WWE ID prospect sir.
And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.